Hey yo, it's time to roar, get loud, let's ignite. Jeremy B in the house, we keeping it tight. Every weekday at 11, we ready to ride. Lions Talk Live, come and join the pride. Waking up early, it's that morning grind. Tune in to the show, leave the troubles behind. Jeremy B's the king, with the voice like thunder. Every word he spits, it's a lyrical wonder. Got the lions around, sharp and fierce. When we hear one pride, you can't help but feel your heart pierce. Talking all the topics, keep it real, keep it raw. With a lion's mentality, we're ready for the roar. One pride, it feels right. Jeremy B bringing the heat, morning light. Every weekday at 11 we taking flight. Lions Talk Alive, yeah, we ready to bite. One pride, hear us loud. Jeremy's in the zone, making us proud.
This is a Huddle Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Get all your NFL news here first.
Happy Thursday, everybody. Holy crap. I'm old. That being said, what I do want to talk about is your current team sack leaders. Let me get that off of here. And I'm going to bring up this little graphic right here. That's your team sack leaders through 5 weeks. The Colts, Browns, Steelers all have 14. Rams have 15. Commanders have 15. The Lions are alone at 16 at number 2. And the Broncos are number 1 with 21. I just wanted to bring that up there because I think that's a huge. Thank you. Thank you, Moonscar. Thank you, Austin. Thank you, Will Vogue. Fred. Yeah, long time no see. I popped in on Ken and Ken for a moment there. I appreciate it. You know, I don't feel a day older than I did 10 years ago. I can officially say that now. My body has felt exactly this shitty for 10 years. Today is going to be short and sweet. There's not a lot of news out there. We did have a trade that happened while we were live last night because it was processed at 4 o'clock like it was supposed to, but they didn't announce it till later, and that was the Greg Newsom trade. Hell no. The thing that aged me 10 years ago? Well, it'll be officially 10 years next year, but 9.5, I guess you can say. That was the year I had my heart attack. That's what aged me the most. The white hairs are coming in now, even on my head. That's why I'm going to keep it shaved. Screw it. I love the fact that Dan Campbell called out weird. Specifically, Shefty called him out saying that we weren't after anybody for the low blocks. I don't know who posted that out there. I wonder if they do fake news around the office because of what happened in the past and see what gets leaked out to Shefty and them. Yeah, I know. It was posted by Shefty. You know what? We've never complained about anything that happens to us where we don't get a penalty, but we have complained about the bad penalties. But he said, what good does it do? I could sit here and talk about it all day, and all we're going to get is a simple apology going, oops, we made a mistake on Tuesday. It doesn't change the record or the score. How many times has he said that? I think after every close loss in the beginning of 2022, 2021, that brutal field goal that shouldn't have been able to be done versus the Ravens that took a win away. The Cowboys game was long before that. Let's face it, we got plenty of evidence of shit that went wrong for the Lions over the years. 50 years of despair and mediocrity. We're in a good place now, and we're what? One of the top teams in the league, according to almost every analyst that does power rankings. There's a couple that rank us below either the Bills or Eagles still, just because they can't believe the Bills or Eagles lost. You know who celebrated those losses on Sunday? The 72 Dolphins team that are still living today. They were like, yeah. They broke out the champagne by week 5. Different era then. I'm sorry. I don't know why more teams didn't go undefeated back then with that short of a schedule. Will this be the week that Monty and Gibbs breaks the duo scoring record? All they got to do is each run a touchdown in versus the Chiefs. Exactly. I mean, we give reasons, shit that's backed up on paper, stats and statistics. That's all we do anymore. We admit when we come out flatter than Travis Kelce's Beyonce. Because guess what? When we play like shit, we call it out. Did we play perfect Sunday? No. That whole fourth quarter, it looked like a different team was playing against us. Why? Because we had a different team out there. Everybody wants to point at TA for the two big penalties he had, but don't call him out for the good play he had as a corner. I The only coaches I think will get fired soon is McDaniels. Maybe D'Amico Ryans if they keep sliding. 100% even on wins. Just like I said, yeah, after the Bengals game, I wasn't happy with it. Not blaming any one player, but it started to fall flat that fourth quarter. Defensively, we fell flat. And it happened as soon as Terrion Arnold went off the field. All of a sudden, Jamar Chase went off, and Browning looked like he was a world beater for one quarter, like he did in that last drive that won the game after Burrow went out hurt versus the Dolphins. Let's let's not sugarcoat it. I'm not sugarcoating it. We fell flat. Yes, we still had some good defensive plays then, but we weren't stopping them. And we had to basically score when they scored because if we didn't, we'd lose. I think we were up what 28-3 when they started scoring. No, it wasn't 28. We had a field goal in there. I think. Yes, Skipper. is the only real news there was. He was signed back to the active roster from the practice squad because he's finally healthy. Hallelujah. We didn't ship Manu to the practice squad. He's basically going to be just a backup and if necessary, or maybe the guy that comes in as an extra tackle. If it's a swing tackle, it'll be Skipper. Corey Patterson, you made it to alive again. Good to see you, brother. 55 years young, brother. Officially today. And I don't know if you heard, but my record with the weekly pick'ems right now is 44-32. But the last 2 weeks, and I've heard more hate for Terrion Arnold over the last 2 weeks and how much of a bum he is. If he's a bum, then you have to call everybody who had more yardage than him a bum. And that would be a lot of great names. Yeah, I know. This week, Patty, what's up, brother? Good to see you. I mean, look at that list. Stingley, Mitchell, Witherspoon, Gardner, Gonzalez, Ward, DeJean, Benford, Campbell, Sandersville, Snead, and Slay all had more receiving yards against them than Terrion Arnold the last 2 weeks, and now we don't have him for about 3 or 4. Oh, I agree with you, Steve. But that's why I didn't. That's why I didn't throw LaFleur's name out there. I don't think you're losing this game. I do think, as a fan of a team outside of your little circle of Titletown, I think it'll be fucking hilarious. I'm sorry, and that discussion needs to start happening if you guys lose to the Bengals. And yes, you beat a playoff team from last year who's struggling this year. Yes, you beat us week 1, and I am not. It's more a Packers win than it is a Lions loss. Wow, Corey. But at the same time, look who you lost and tied so far. Right. And he gave up a total of 3 sacks in the game, is what he was credited with. 2 were just to Hendrickson. 1 was to Joseph Asai, I believe, the other one. But when you get an 11.7 as a pass blocking grade, you were awful. Because let's not forget, he gave up all the pressures, too. What is it? Panay Sewell 4 weeks in a row without a sack given up? And again, look at the sack totals of the top 7 teams. It's not like we haven't faced 2 of the teams on there or 1 of the teams on there already. In Green Bay, how fast will fans turn on LaFleur? Man, it's already started to happen when you guys lost to the Browns. I saw it already. They started talking about LaFleur. I blame LaFleur. I blame LaFleur. You know, don't blame it on the defense that didn't get it done. Don't blame it on the offense that didn't get it done. Blame it directly on LaFleur, is what I heard a lot of them saying. Hello, Dwayne Keene. Good to see you. Let's go Detroit Lions football. One pride, all grit, never back down. Yes. I love when the casual fans talk rings and don't understand. The rings have been around a lot longer than the Lombardi. Uh, Steve, your casual fans that you guys have, all the young ones, they don't understand when they say rings. You get a ring for winning your division. You get a ring just for being for winning the NFC Championship game, and you get a win for a ring for the Super Bowl championship, which used to be the World Championship, which on the trophy it still says World Champion. They just renamed the trophy to Vince Lombardi. I believe it was in 1970. It's either 70 or 71. I can't remember which. But it's been the Super Bowl. Yes, and that's the other one. Thank you for bringing that up. Penny Sewell shares my birthday. He's 25 and 55. Oh, and look at this. We got our buddy, the one, the only bearded Packer fan known as Kitty Cat.
Why, what's up there, Cage Kitty? Happy motherfucking birthday, you old Billy Goat.
Yes. Hey, Robbie DeFeo.
Hey, what's up, Yinzer?
No, but I actually got the meme, or I mean the graphic up. That is the current sack leaders by team.
I'm honestly surprised the Broncos are up that high.
I'm not after they got 6 sacks on the Eagles the other night.
Okay, I did not see that they had gotten 6 sacks. That explains it.
Yeah. They beat up that old line like a Navy whore, or a whore next to a Navy base on payday.
Man, that's fucking scary with how good that Eagles offensive line is that they just did that to them.
Right.
Gee, Ross.
But Steve had a good point. When I'm not saying you will, but he was talking about if the Packers lose to the Bengals like they did to the Browns, how fast will the fans turn on LaFleur?
There's going to be a lot of heat about it, absolutely, because there's already been a decent amount of heat after the loss and the tie.
Yeah, there's been a lot of heat because I seen fans turning on him already in the huddle thing.
Yeah, but
if you guys lose this one, holy shit!
Yeah,
plus this part right here, because it's Joe Flacco that got traded by the team that beat you to the team that's getting ready to play you, and they already named him a starter.
I couldn't be happier about that fact. You brought in Grandpa that didn't even have enough arm to get that ball to the sideline in the game against you. Put him on a whole new team with, a couple of days. Yeah, he'll know some shit because he's been in the league forever. But he's going to have absolutely no chemistry with any of those receivers. And the whole massive fact of Cincinnati's offensive line isn't in the game to play football. They're in the game to get quarterbacks injured.
I know. But the one thing you can say is Flacco does get rid of the ball a hell of a lot faster than Jake Browning.
Oh, absolutely.
Because he knows he'll die if he don't.
That's what I was going to say. That's the issue that we had against him, is that son of a bitch who would get the snap and almost immediately be thrown it somewhere away, anywhere that wasn't allowing him to take a hit.
They said his average release time was 2.4 seconds in that game.
Oh.
Which meant he gave your guys enough time to say hi in his face, and that was about it. And if you believe it or not, and I'm being real, those pressures are why he had incompletion.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of fans don't understand. Pressures doesn't mean sack. Pressures means that the book definition by the NFL thing is that you got within 1.5 yards of the quarterback is a pressure. So in other, if you're a little more than an arm length away, that's a pressure.
There you go, Dorn.
Hey, the question came from a Packer fan. That's the only reason why I asked it. Because I don't focus on the Packers here. I focus on mostly Lions. And today's a personal day. 55 years young.
And you can almost not. Well, you can be a starting linebacker now. You got the perfect number.
Oh, I had the perfect number last year, 54, which is Chris Spielman.
Well, okay. If we're gonna go perfect numbers, it's gonna be next year at 56.
Oh, are you talking about Clay?
No, Clay's 52.
LT?
Yeah, LT I think was 56 also, but I'm talking about the man that made me absolutely love linebackers was Nick Barnett.
He was a flash.
Oh, he was good for a while. Even after he left us and went to the Redskins and Buffalo, he was still pretty decent.
I was being a dick.
I know. And former Lions, if you've heard me on with shows with JB before, I've said even though Stafford was a rival quarterback, I always liked him. What won me over with him was going and throwing that touchdown with the separated shoulder. That right there. That right there made it to where I couldn't hate the guy. I didn't want him to win. Do not get me wrong, but I couldn't hate him.
No, because that showed the type of heart he had.
Yep.
That type of heart and the arm talent it took with his non-throwing shoulder basically hanging like a limp noodle on the side of his body. Did you see him? He tried to lift it to celebrate. He's like, and that's when his patented fist bump. It wasn't the Tiger Woods. It was more straight out. Tigers is always way up here. No, he had that patented one that he did at his side, and I think it's because he was afraid he'd hurt his throwing shoulder. Just saying. And he got crushed in that hit that separated his shoulder. I mean, his whole arm was like this, and it just went.
Shit! If that hit happened nowadays, they'd not only fine you for that and suspend you, they'd kick you out of the whole league. Oh, for
favorite former Lion and current.
If I have to pick anybody on the Detroit Lions, it would be Gibbs.
I love Gibbs. I do.
Yeah, I'll give it to you. He's a hell of a running back.
But for me, it's the one that gives you guys more fits than any other Lion, and it isn't Gibbs, and it isn't Kirby Joseph. It's Amon-Ra St. Brown.
I liked Amon-Ra coming out of college and all that, and I actually didn't even mind when he first went to Detroit. But once he came with all the Green Bay hate, nah, man.
You know what started that?
Yeah, oh yeah.
His brother. Because he said there, he honestly wanted to be a Green Bay Packer.
Oh, I know, and we took fucking Amari Rodgers instead.
Who would hate LaFleur the most at the huddle if we lose? Robert, Dorn, Ken, A-Dub, or Eric?
I'd say it's a tie between Dorn and Robert.
That's a legit question from a Packer fan to Packer fans. And I love that. I love that shit. I don't have to say a word. I'm not even talking about what if. But the only what happens if we do go into Arrowhead and make the Chiefs look like the bitches they've been all season?
You would have beat the Chiefs,
right?
Yeah. I was gonna say you're not gonna get crowned champions or anything, but it's a scalp to hang on the wall.
Yeah, it's another scalp. That's exactly it. Beating the Browns was like getting another monkey off our back this season, if you think about it, because I heard everything the Packers said before the game. You were on that show that week. They came in the chat, and they ran all over us. They did that. They did this. And they said, you're not going to beat them. And he goes, wait till you try to run your run game. We couldn't. I was like, well, there's a difference, and I'm going to go there. You guys had a bunch of backups in because of injuries on that O-line. Now, that's why you struggled to run the ball. They actually did decent in pass blocking.
Mm-hmm.
They were better at pass blocking than they were run blocking.
Okay. That's not a hard accomplishment there for that game.
I'm just going by the numbers. The average carry versus average pass. The fact that the average pass was still over 6 yards in that game is pretty amazing as fast as he was pressured.
I was going to say that's a major credit to Jordan Love because he was on his roller skates that whole fucking game.
Yes, he was. Hey, I have never taken away from Jordan Love's athleticism. Not once.
Mm-hmm. There's just some people, for him to reach his contract expectations, he would have to land on the moon.
For some people.
Mm-hmm.
I like this one, though. I wonder how many years Reed wants to coach. The look on his face this year, this might be the last one.
Yeah.
Because on the sidelines, he hasn't looked much like the happy walrus eating cheeseburgers lately.
That's the issue. The Chiefs stopped giving out free cheeseburgers at the lunch table there, so now he's just hangry all the time.
Yep. Emmett Smith, Daryl Johnson holds the record that Gibbs and Monty tied last week as the only running back duos to hit 14 touchdowns, or a touchdown each in 14 games. If they do that to the Chiefs this week and go to 15, you have to put them up there as one of the most elite running back duos to ever play the game on one team.
Oh yeah.
And that's not being a homer. That's
legit. Absolutely. Not many people are going to take that away from you. We tried to set that up a couple of times, and AJ Dillon decided to put a whole bunch of bricks in his pants every time he'd get ready for a game. And Marshawn Lloyd is apparently made out of fucking glass.
And what did I say about him last year? And I said, I like him. I think he's talented, but I don't know if he's durable.
Oh, yeah. I love the guy. Oh, yeah. I absolutely love the guy's talent, too. It's just, come on, you got to make it to the field.
If they do that this game, I almost guarantee you the game-worn jerseys, if they hit the 15th, they will be put into the Hall of Fame.
Oh, absolutely.
It'll be just like Decker's on the Decker reported one that they put him in there after they said that was a 2-point conversion. Remember that? Versus Dallas 2 years ago?
Wasn't it 3 years ago now?
No, this is only the second season since then. You remember? Because they happened in 2023-24. This is only the second season since that season, is what I'm getting at. It seems like 3 years ago, don't it?
Mm-hmm.
He goes, Johnston broke it down more than that. I think he said it took them 12 years to get that record. Oh, yeah. It took them 12 years together to get 14 games with a touchdown each. I want Campbell to do an O-line to O-line pass touchdown.
That would be the last thing I would want. We haven't seen a fat guy be a quarterback since Hefty Lefty out there for the Giants.
No. We saw it happen. It just didn't complete because he had to pull it down because of pressure. Penei Sewell tried it versus the Vikings that year.
Tried and executed are two different things.
I think he could do it.
Oh. No, that's called Madden's wet dream.
Yeah, it would be. Just like he said in the replacements. You know what I like about when a fat guy scores a touchdown? You get a fat guy dance. And every time we played each other the last 3 times, we've seen a fat guy dance on the camera.
Oh, God. All That fat guy dancing, all that does is remind me of the best ever fat guy dance. When BJ Raji takes that interception in the NFC Championship and does the fat boy shuffle after.
Yeah. Couple. That's why I said I picked it for that reason. That's why I picked that as our dance. And it's not just that, it's because I'm a Goonies fan. Hey, you guys!
Oh.
Motown Mitch with a great one.
That was a fucking world-class showing of trolling from Dorn. Let me tell you, it was so good. He got everybody to bite on it at first.
Hey, but I think that's what Steve Dorn, without a doubt. The poor guy is on the verge of becoming a Lions fan. That's what Paul Jones in the building. I think that's hilarious.
So, what quarter do you think Saquon suffers the Madden injury this game?
This game, it's probably going to be the field of knees.
Uh,
I'd say the third or fourth running play. And play Madden.
Oh, I used to play it all the freaking time, but the last couple of years I haven't really bothered to get it.
I got last year's finally this year just before the season because they dropped it to $15 at Walmart, brand new. It's cheaper than I could buy it used.
Mm-hmm.
Why not? I'm not going
yeah.
to buy it new anymore. I don't want to spend $70, $80 a game.
That's my whole thing. And especially with me having Game Pass, it comes on Game Pass right after the Super Bowl. I ain't paying that shit for the same game over and over, just with rookies added in and trades. Cool.
Barkley is averaging 55 yards per game. His ego is injured. I don't doubt that.
Hey, don't forget, he had that 400 carry curse, too, that he was dealing with. How many times have we seen running backs fall off a fucking cliff after it?
AKA also known as Derrick Henry this year.
Yeah, no, I don't think that's a 400-yard carry thing. I think that's him just turning into grandpa.
Well, he's always had fumbling issues. It wasn't as magnified as it is now because they're not utilizing him the same way as they did last year. He had 4 fumbles through week 5 last year, and everybody forgets that. You know why? They didn't lose the games when that happened because they still had a defense. You know why? Patrick Queen is still on the team. Roquan Smith was playing better than a Twinkle Toes Berry that won't hit anybody. Now you don't have to worry about him because he's out.
Yeah, I just can't believe how quickly the Ravens defense fell off the cliff from last year.
I said this offseason that losing Patrick McQueen would be the biggest thing that would hurt them.
Yeah, I just figured, if you're going to let him walk like that, you're going to have somebody else ready to call the plays for the defense, get everybody in order. No, we'll just wing it. Okay.
Well, they moved Roquan to middle last year, and he was fine. And that's why they did it, to get ready to be the green dot, but he wasn't the green dot last year. But I just don't understand what happened between last year and this year with how Roquan's playing.
He doesn't have his running mate right by him.
I know. And then they just traded away Jason Owe to get Alohi Gilman because Kyle Hamilton's out a few weeks, at least. It's a great move on their part. And it gives them somebody to be opposite Khalil Mack.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that'll help Mack out to look better this year because the Chargers haven't been doing much in the sack totals this year because their dumbasses let Bosa walk out the building. Oh, we'll keep Mack.
Yeah, well, To be fair, Mac was doing great with them all the way until he got a second joint put in his elbow.
But he was still doing good after that because he had Bosa on the other side, is what I'm getting at. Once they, but Bosa left.
No, I was talking about this year when his arm got cratered.
Yeah, he'll be fine. He's a consummate professional. I think he'll be fine. I think he needed a couple more weeks off before he came back, and he's struggling with it. That's my opinion.
That's what I think is the more of the thing is with his age now, is that healing process is taking a lot longer.
Right, and he's coming back at 70% instead of 80 to 90%. Where if he'd have waited a couple of weeks, he might have been close. That's what I'm getting at. And these older guys, when they get over that 29 and 30 mark, they got to start thinking like that to preserve themselves. Any updates on? So far, I haven't heard anything. There's nothing that came out. Oh, the Tom Clancy game.
Oh yeah,
Metal Gear Solid, Rainbow Six, and all that.
Metal Gear Solid isn't part of the Tom Clancy.
Thank you, Eric. Good to see you. Yeah, I'm not paying attention to Facebook or my phone right now. Why? I'm live here with you guys. You can say it right to my face in the chat. Ken told me last night he'd hop on and it'd be about 10 minutes, and lo and behold, it was 8 minutes and 38 seconds when he popped in.
And shit, that was only because the dog decided he wanted to walk around instead of shit.
Hey, that's okay. Division 2.
The Division series is a pretty good one. I've only played a little bit of 2, but me and my buddies have played a lot of 1.
Rogers is solid. Ayahuasca must be the fountain of youth.
It abso-fucking-lutely is, because when he first started taking it right after is when he won those 2 MVPs late in his career. I fully credit the tripping gods, the celestial beings, fractal agents, whatever the hell you want to call this shit, for him getting it.
But then when he went on that one retreat where he sat on there for 8 days when he was supposed to be at OTAs and minicamp prior to the training season, when he came out of there, he looked so strung out. He looked like the guy that steals catalytic converters to sell them to the recycle bin. When he was wearing that leather jacket, all sunken in his eyes were when he came out.
Yeah,
remember that he looked awful.
Yeah, that was because he was pretty much strung out the whole fucking time.
I haven't played that in a couple of months. When I do play it, I sit on it for hours.
Let me tell you, that was my absolute favorite game narrative-wise that I've ever played.
I think it said I've unlocked 80% of the map.
Oh, you still got a ways to go in that game.
Yeah, I do. But I haven't been following the storyline. I've just been traveling and doing the hunts.
That's what part of the bitch is with that game, is there's so much stuff to do, you can get distracted very easily.
And I got tired of trying to break that guy out of the town that's filled with so many marshals. It's like walking into a fort.
Oh god, you at the spot with Micah?
Yes.
You use a repeater in your Deadeye, you'll walk right through that son of a bitch.
My Deadeye's not up there enough because I was more focusing on my hunting skills, so I got to keep going and build up the Deadeye.
Mm-hmm.
Because it only lasts about 5 seconds right now, and that's not long enough.
The reflexes don't move like they used to.
Shush.
Oh, hey, it's not my fault you ended up with a little bit of snow.
Hey, I've always had that. It's called having kids.
And luckily, I haven't made that step that I know of.
Well, I won't get into it, but there was quite a few that I poked for fun, and I found out they took me way too serious a long time before I found out.
Yo. Ghost of Tsushima was pretty good too. That one's a long ass game.
Congratulations, Dwayne King. Yeah, being a father is one of the biggest blessings I've ever had. And I will never regret it.
Oh yeah, Battlefield 6 does come out tomorrow.
Is that Star Wars?
No. It's like Call of Duty if it wasn't full of a whole bunch of the Fortnite nonsense.
Oh.
The environments are fully destructible, huge like war scale type of shit.
I haven't checked that out.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm not big. The only shooter game I liked was the old one, which was all mission based. That came out the original Call of Duty when it was mission based and not more third person than it was first person. You know what I'm saying? In the beginning, you could have played it for either way right off the rip.
yeah.
I always went third person because I like seeing what's coming up behind me. I like being able to cheat like that.
Give me the full immersion in this shit. But I will say right now, one of my favorite shooters is Helldivers 2. And I'm not usually a big fan of these games as services type of thing. But holy shit, they actually did this. Oh, yeah.
Back in the day, Doom.
Fucking
Doom
awesome.
Doom, which led to Duke Nukem, which led to... Come on, there were so many that came out there. Duke Nukem was fun because it was the first one that gave you big-brained women as running mates. And also opponents.
Oh, yeah. Shit. They were going to try to bring Duke Nukem back, but that didn't.
It wouldn't fly. It wouldn't fly in this society right now. He's way too politically incorrect.
And that's exactly why I love it.
100%. 100%. He's us without even our filter. And our filters are good. I'm awesome at snipering.
Oh, I hear you there, Steve. You give me a scope and it's over.
Oh, that's why I love that one long rifle you can get with the nice long scope that actually works and able to zoom in on Red Dead Redemption. I love that one.
Uh-huh.
Because I zoom it in and I wait, and as soon as I see the legendary creature, I hit the dead eye. Then that way I got a chance. And the bad part is when you're first starting out, you're shaking so bad the dead eye don't even help you.
Yeah.
I think I missed that bear like 8 times in a row before I finally got my dead eye up enough just to be able to take the shot.
Oh yeah, Witcher 3 was awesome.
And the series is amazing. Oh, the original Zelda's, the gold-plated one, I think that was what, The Legend of Zelda 2 was the gold edition?
I don't know because I never got big into Zelda.
If you actually paid attention to the storyline and not just tried to rip through it and actually read what was going through, it actually is a great storyline. It's just like if you actually read the write-ups, in the instructions, they have that little preface where they tell you the description of the game. The Mario, Luigi, Peach, and all that stuff, that story's actually pretty funny.
Oh, that story's pretty messed up.
Yeah, a giant guy in a big turtle outfit loves to take and kidnap the Peach.
Yep. And then did you hear what they just came out with recently? That apparently Mario and Peach are just friends. Mario's been doing all this and got friend zoned this whole time.
Yeah, that's
Bowser's been clapping them cheeks. She went willingly.
Can the Lions beat the Chiefs in the rest? We did it before. So yes, I'm going to say yes because I think this team is better than that team that year. And RD up in the left-hand corner is the fastest horse. It was very hard, and it's pure white in the Arctic.
Yeah, the white Arabian.
Yep, it is hockey night in Detroit.
Nice. I just say my gamer tag is Dirty Dolphin Dick. And that was, oh yeah, and that was just so after I kicked somebody's ass, I can say you just got dolphin dicked.
Oh God.
It's okay.
Bad.
It's okay. My one for PlayStation is Sphincteros, the world's shittiest breakfast cereal.
Wow. Wow.
Hey,
Well,
if I'm gonna have a name,
you say that the Chiefs are nothing without the Zebras. It proof is last week because they had 12 penalties for 144 yards last week versus the Jags at home.
yeah, and they even still got gifted a couple of calls in that one.
Right. They got gifted 4.
Yeah, that freaking pick that. Oh, we're just not gonna call it was freaking ridiculous. It you knew it was bad when the officiating reference guy, whatever the hell you want to call him,
Like Dietra or whatever his name is.
yeah, is sitting there lambasting them for how bad that call was. That it was clearly pass interference.
Love it.
For
Yes,
Cobb,
go Pack Go. Are you watching on the Huddle or my channel, Go Pack Go? Because I'll put the link in the chat if you want to hop on. Because he's been wanting to hop on for a while. Gibbs Sonic and number 0 and David Knuckles 5 are have an awesome game. Well, considering everybody that said, oh, watch out for this run defense because they're doing good and the Lions have ran through them for over 150 yards each game, I agree. Oh, he goes, I have to get back to work. Okay, no problem. I was going to let you come on in. You're more than welcome to join me tomorrow night on the Lions Fan Cave chat. Because I don't think I'm even going live with the publisher tonight. I think I'm taking the day off.
there you go. Shit, I might end up doing the same thing on my birthday. Though I'll probably end up doing Packer Backer Boys.
Thank you. Good luck to the Packers. And I'm not saying you need luck to beat the Bengals because let's face it. The Bengals are awful. All they did was add a better caliber quarterback to a shitty team.
And honestly, I don't know if it's a better caliber quarterback. I almost think it's a lateral move. Granted, he knows the game better, but his arm is way fucking worse.
But I thought that was funny that I saw who was second in MVP voting as of this week. Did you see that?
No, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say it's Dak.
Jared Goff. Do you know why?
He hasn't thrown an interception yet this year, has he?
No, he's thrown 2.
Oh, okay.
It's this reason right here. The only QBs in NFL history to complete 75% of their passes, throw for 12-plus touchdowns, and a passer rating over 120 through the first 5 games of any season is Jared Goff in this year and Peyton Manning in 2013.
Yeah, shit. If he can keep that up, he's got a shot.
You guess who fell behind him this year? You'll never guess.
Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, Patrick Mahomes isn't even in the top 5 right now. No, Josh Allen fell behind in the bowl voting.
You mean they're actually giving Josh Allen the blame for the horrendous interception he threw?
Yes,
They're not just wiping that one off?
They're not wiping it off this time. But remember, this is just the fan voting right now. This is not the press voting.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a testament to how big and how many bandwagon fans have jumped on this Lions train as of late. And I'm not going to lie. You could tell that the ones that we have in the comments, they're people that have been here and been on our shows for the past 2 seasons and on mine for all 4. I love them all to death. Thank you so much for watching. I think we got 80 people watching us right now on, or 70 almost, 69 across the network.
Got a fucking.
And I love every single fucking one of them. At one point, we had 85. So why is it going off? It's because, well, we're not really talking. We're talking football, but we're not talking about news because there's no news to fucking talk about.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm waiting to hear this afternoon is when I get it. If you guys need a link to my writings, here's the QR code right here. That'll take you right to the South Florida Tribune. So if you're on your TV, it's probably easier to scan than on your phone because you're usually looking on your phone just to talk. I'm going to say it's a lack of actually targeting him right now. He doesn't have a lot of drops. MVS used to drop a lot of shit from Aaron Rodgers. There's only been 3 drops this season by the entire team. One was Amon-Ra, one was J-Mo, one was Sam Laporta. So I'm not going to say J-Mo reminds me of MVS because that one year I remember Ken the Packer fan when you guys had MVS because I didn't meet him towards the end of the season. All he did was going, Jesus Christ, MVS would catch a ball, we'd win this game.
Oh, yeah. MVS had the speed, could actually get decent separation, but it was like a 60-40 shot if he was catching it. And let me tell you, that 60 was not in your favor.
Right. Yes, Tesla does need to play more. And with the Leaf injury, he probably will. That's the thing. If you have a vet that does solid third down work, you're not going to start a rookie over him. You're going to bring the rookie in when you can. But with Leaf going out and him having that touchdown last week, and we finally seen him catch a ball with 2 hands, so we know he has hands, not just a hand, it was great. Because even Dan Campbell made that comment, and they said, how come you're not using Tesla more? He has great hands. He goes, what do you mean? I've only seen him use one. That was the funniest comment I ever heard him reply with. So I think that's why he did snag that one with both hands. Just to prove, hey, I have another one also. And so far, his first 2 catches with his right hand, they might go down as catches of the year. One at the sideline and then one in the back corner of an end zone. Granted, it was in a loss. It was an impressive catch.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Hey, I gave y'all props for that right after it happened. But unfortunately, on that note, I got to hop my ass off and get ready for the afternoon show.
And I got to hop off because I got to go to work. Damn it.
Oh, Jesus.
But I'm going to put that little safety pin on my shirt, and I'm going to walk around and collect dollar bills from the customers and my coworkers, because that's what you do when there's tips involved. I'm going to come out of there with a stripper wad. Maybe I'll hit one on the way home.
Gee, boss.
Why not?
Well, if you do, get an extra one for me.
Amen. That being said, thanks for watching, everybody. Try every day to be a better person than you were the day before. That's the only way to make the world a better place. Starts right here. Thank you, Ken. Thank you, fans. Have a great day.
This is a Huddle Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Get all your NFL news here first.